He stopped in the middle of the street when he heard the faint voice. "Sir, are you the angel my mum promised?" The snow was falling, and the boy was trembling. That night the man believed nothing could surprise him anymore. But what that child would say next would change everything he believed about himself. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe. Stories like this may change your life too. It was Christmas Eve, a night when families rushed home with warm food, red ribbons, and glowing windows. A night when carols echoed between houses and children stayed awake a little longer, hoping to hear bells in the sky. But for Daniel Carter, Christmas Eve meant nothing. No family, no traditions, only another cold walk back to his silent apartment. He tightened his jacket as snow thickened on Maple Street. The lights of the old church flickered through the storm. He wasn't religious anymore, not since the day he lost the only person who had ever made the holiday feel like magic. He stepped forward, head down. Then he heard it. A voice, tiny and trembling. "Sir, excuse me." Daniel stopped. A little boy was sitting alone on the church steps, his knees pulled to his chest, his jacket too thin, his breath shaky clouds of white in the frozen air. He couldn't have been older than 7, and he was crying. Daniel approached carefully. "Hey, kid, you okay?" The boy lifted his face, eyes red. Are you the angel my mom said would come for me tonight?" Daniel froze. "What?" The boy held up a crumpled piece of paper, a drawing, childlike but full of hope, showing a tall man with a faint glow behind him, holding hands with a little boy. Above it were the words, "The angel who saves people like me." Daniel's heart thrashed inside his chest. I'm not an angel, kid." The boy looked disappointed but not surprised, as if he had been expecting heartbreak. "She said he would come," the boy whispered, "before the snow gets heavy. She said he'd know how to help me." Daniel sat beside him, ignoring the icy steps. "What's your name?" "Liam." "And where's your mom now?" Liam's lips trembled. "She said she had to go get something, that she'd be fast, that I should wait right here so the angel could find me, but she didn't come back." Daniel swallowed hard. "How long have you been here?" Liam hesitated. "Since the morning." Daniel felt something burn behind his eyes. A child waiting outside in freezing temperatures since morning. It didn't make sense. "Do you know where you live? Any address?" Liam shook his head. "She said we move a lot, that someday we'll stop, that she's trying." Trying. Daniel knew what that word meant when life was hard. He exhaled and tried again. "Liam, why did she tell you an angel would come?" Liam looked at the drawing again, voice turning fragile. "Because she said someone saved her once. A long time ago. She said angels don't always look like angels. They look like people who think they're broken inside." Daniel's chest tightened. His hands shook. He wasn't ready for what this was stirring inside him. The boy pulled something from his pocket, a photograph. "I'm supposed to give this to the angel," he whispered. Daniel took the photo with slow hands. It showed a young woman, exhausted but smiling, holding a newborn baby wrapped in a hospital blanket. Her hair messy, eyes glowing with pride. Daniel's stomach dropped. He knew that woman. He knew her too well. "Her name," Liam said softly, "is Emily Carter." Daniel felt the world tilt. Carter, his last name. Her face, her smile, Emily. His little sister, the one he hadn't spoken to in 10 years, the one who disappeared after a brutal argument that shattered them both, the one he tried to find for years before giving up, convinced she wanted nothing to do with him. His breath turned shallow. "Kid, Emily is my sister." Liam's head snapped up. His eyes widened. "My mom is your sister." Daniel covered his mouth, overwhelmed. "Which meant, Liam, you're my nephew," he whispered. Liam studied his face carefully, then offered a tiny, confused smile. "So, you are my angel." Daniel's chest broke open. "No," he whispered, "but I should have been." Daniel lifted Liam into his arms and took him inside the church, away from the freezing air. The pastor gave the boy blankets, hot chocolate, and a seat by the heater. Liam ate slowly, as if unsure when he'd have another warm meal. "Why would Emily leave him?" Daniel asked the pastor privately, guilt clawing at him. The pastor shook his head. "We don't know, but the police said she's been struggling. Different shelters, less stable each year." Daniel stared at the snow-covered window. He had spent years angry at Emily, years telling himself she abandoned him. But maybe she was fighting battles he never bothered to understand. And now a little boy was paying the price. "I need to find her," Daniel said. "You should stay with the child," the pastor advised. "It's Christmas Eve. He needs you." Daniel looked at Liam, small, fragile, brave. "I know, and I won't leave him again." Hours passed. The snowstorm worsened, and Emily didn't return. Liam's eyelids drooped, but he kept fighting sleep. "When Mom comes, she'll be proud I waited. She'll be proud I was brave." Daniel's throat tightened. He wrapped an arm around the boy. "Listen, Liam, everything will be okay. You're not alone anymore. I promise you." The boy nodded, but Daniel saw the fear he was trying so hard to hide. He carried Liam to the small cot the pastor prepared. The boy curled up instantly, exhaustion overtaking him. Daniel stayed awake the entire night, listening, praying for the first time in decades, waiting for Emily to walk through the door. But she never came. At sunrise, a knock broke the silence. A police officer stood at the entrance, snow on her shoulders. "Are you Daniel Carter?" "Yes. Where's Emily? Is she okay?" The officer sighed heavily. "She was found unconscious behind the supermarket 2 blocks away. Severe dehydration, malnourished, frostbite starting. She's alive, but she won't wake up yet." Daniel's knees almost buckled. The pastor steadied him. "Can I see her?" Daniel whispered. "At the hospital, yes, but she left this in her pocket." The officer handed him a folded letter. His name was written on it. Daniel's hand shook violently as he opened it. The handwriting was weak, but unmistakably Emily's. "Daniel, if you're reading this, it means I couldn't stay. I never stopped loving you. I just didn't know how to come back after everything. Liam deserves a life I can't give him anymore. If the angel ever finds him, let it be you." Daniel felt something inside him break and rebuild all at once. Liam stood sleepily at the door, rubbing his eyes. Is Mom coming back now?" Daniel knelt and hugged him. "Your mom is very sick, Liam. She tried her best, but she couldn't make it last night." Liam's small hands clutched Daniel's coat. "Is she? Will she be okay?" Daniel didn't lie. "She needs help, but she's alive. And she loves you more than anything." Liam cried into his shoulder. Daniel held him, letting years of regret fall with the tears. When the boy finally calmed, Daniel lifted his chin gently. "You're not waiting for an angel anymore," he said softly, "because you have me now, and I won't leave you, ever." Liam sniffed. Do I get to stay with you?" Daniel smiled through tears. "Forever, if you want." Liam nodded and hugged him again, tighter this time, as if afraid Daniel might vanish. But Daniel didn't move. He had lost too much already. This time, he would stay. He would fight. He would heal with the child who believed he was an angel. As they stepped outside, the snowstorm calmed. The sun rose, golden and warm against the cold air. Liam slipped his little hand into Daniel's. "Uncle Daniel," he whispered, "I think you're the angel Mom meant." Daniel squeezed his hand gently. "No," he said, smiling through tears, "but I finally know who I'm supposed to be." And on that Christmas morning, the day everything changed wasn't for the boy. It was for the man who finally learned what it meant to save someone.